think we're live. We'll wait for a few people to log on here. Make sure everything is working. It looks like... Hey Trini, how's it going? All right, it looks like we're live. So, in that case, welcome to the live stream tonight, guys. I'm Chris, and it is Wednesday on the main channel here. I'm going to have a guest on tonight, so I will be having a little chat with Emily from Slightly Crazy Vegan. So I will have her in just a second. I'm glad you all made it. Alrighty, so feel free after we do a little interview to ask questions. We'll try to get to those. And I also want to just do a sound check as soon as she's on, and let me know if everything sounds okay before we start doing the stream. Hopefully there's no problems, but it's usually technical difficulties on this channel. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so without further ado, here we are. This is Emily of Slightly Crazy Vegan. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
And we're talking to you all the way. You're in the future. You're in Australia, right?
It's a Thursday morning.
Thursday morning for you. Okay. Can everybody hear Emily? Is everything good before
Hi. Can you hear me? Can you
get
hear
going?
me? Is it all good?
Okay, there's probably a little bit of a delay, and then we'll do that sound check.
Yeah. It always delays the
Sounds
messages.
great. All right, sounds great, everything. So, okay, so, all right, so what are we going to talk about today? Probably a little bit of vegan stuff, right? And it's almost Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I do have this story, my story. I think you've forgotten I told you, but yeah, so I was actually I actually had some muscle cramps for a while.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to, remain vegan, of course. I've written my story down
Oh,
if you're
that's fine,
confused.
yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to remain vegan, of course. So I did like extensive research and came to the only conclusion that I had to have meat. So now I didn't like the idea of eating animals as I'm vegan and I still am. So I thought, why not try human meat?
What?
Like, why not? I know. So I didn't want to kill a person. So I went to the morgue and I cut off someone's arm.
What?
Yeah.
Isn't that illegal?
Oh no, it's totally fine here in Australia. It's yeah, they're not gonna miss an arm, So no one's gonna miss an arm. I tried it, and yeah, like not long after, like my muscle cramps went away. I noticed a few pimples like disappeared also. So at first I just went to the morgue for meat, but then my neighbor was like really, really pissing me off, like unbelievably. So I decided to kill him instead.
What?
And like too loud, too loud.
Wait,
Yeah.
you really killed him?
Yeah, because he was annoying me. Like he was really annoyed. Like seriously, like once you start eating human meat, you could like pretty much never go back. It's like it's one of those things you just get like a thirst for it.
Wait,
In
so
fact,
you're not eating animals, but you're still eating meat.
definitely remaining vegan, not eating any animals, but I am eating started to eat like humans. So like this is him now. But I just want to let you know, like with the guys, like I like to use like the whole human, so it's not like too bad, but like I like to use the whole human. This is some of his bones now. But yeah, like this is really cool. This is like some liver, which is pretty cool. And yeah, like it's really good. I've started a new like company called like Emily's Free Range Meat. It's like totally like free range.
That
And
sounds a little familiar.
Yeah, free Emily's free range meat. If anyone would like to purchase a platter, like it'll be on my Patreon, the link in the description. Yeah, so I like to use a whole animal. No, not animal. I don't eat animals, but yeah, I like to eat the whole human, the whole human.
And you feel good now? It's a miracle cure eating this.
Yeah, it totally is. Like, you know what, as well, though, that I've discovered with humans is that we're overpopulated. So if we start hunting humans, we can depopulate like fairly quickly. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be better for the environment all around.
I see. And how's this working for you? How long have you been doing this?
Just like for the last like month,
And you're
like just
feeling
October.
you should write a book.
I should. I should write a book. It'll, yeah.
Only slightly crazy.
Yeah, only slightly crazy. Only slightly crazy because, like I definitely stay away from like animals and everything. I've got my cat right here,
Hey,
as you
I
can.
guess yeah, I guess that all works out. We get rid of some bad people and save the animals.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that what Dexter
That,
did?
yeah, he killed
Serial
he
killers.
only serial killers, yeah, other serial killers. So yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. This like blood is pretty yummy. I made some blood actually the other day, and it was made out of glucose syrup, and it fucking tasted amazing.
Yeah, I've it's been a while, but I used to make the Caro syrup, maybe pretty similar.
Oh,
The fake blood for like zombie skits and stuff like that.
oh yeah, that's cool. I haven't really seen any of your zombie skits.
So obviously that's not real human. There is that like it's not even fake meat. It's just props.
Yeah, it's just props, guys.
The
Did
one
your
in
audience actually buy it?
I think at first people were like, "What the?"
Because as soon as I said human meat, I'm like, I'm gonna lose him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fairly quick. I thought that my script was gonna be longer, but yeah, nah, it's good.
So
There's a-
obviously she's not eating people, but she's still slightly crazy.
exactly, exactly.
That's a interesting idea. But she is from
Yeah,
Australia, so you are in the future. Um,
exactly.
so I guess can you let's introduce you. Let's tell a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself for real this time.
Yeah, for real. Okay. Well, I'm not eating animals or humans, so it's all good. We can all relax. You don't have to worry about pissing me off. I'm just gonna quickly go to your channel and so that I can turn off the like and then I can read some of the comments.
Okay, it's going to be a little
Yeah.
delayed too, so just turn the
Oh
sound
no,
down.
no. I've done lives before. But not many because I haven't set. Oh, there it is. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh, good. It's already on like pause. Okay, sweet. Slightly, haha. Yes, that's good. What did you want to ask me?
Well, I
Like.
mean, let's start out like so tell us your vegan story.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool. So my vegan story is that it's kind of difficult because I don't have a one-time thing that just went like a aha moment. I didn't have that. I kind of just slowly got like planted seeds for a long time, and I and you know what, to be honest, I feel like I had what is it? I feel like I've had like I wasn't fully vegan until I was like 3 months into being vegan. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, so like I feel
So you
like
dabbled in it, you tried it, and then it took
no,
a minute for you to.
no, I was vegan. Like I didn't buy any of the products, and like I was like eating all plant-based and I was doing all that, but I didn't really feel be like how I feel now as a vegan until I was like at least 3 months in. Like it wasn't the
Okay.
attitude if you. Yeah, and
So was there something that made you go vegan? Was there something that inspired you, or did you just have an idea?
no, I had a lot of introductions. So like basically there was this guy who I was friends with, and then he said like he wasn't vegan, but he said like, oh, I've been doing a lot of research online and I found like the plant-based diet to be like one of the healthiest diets like around. And I was like, really? And that kind of like I guess turned a key for me. And then and then I was I like a little while later I had like someone stay with me for a bit, and he said that he was vegetarian for a week. And I was like, why were you vegetarian? He was like, oh, because I care about the animals. And I just thought that it was really weird because he was like a little shit. And for him to like animals more than like for him to do that and like animals, it's just like you're a little shit. Like, and it's like, how come I haven't, because I feel like I was a more sympathetic person than he was. So then I was thinking, oh, like it kind of got on my mind. And then I thought, it'd be really cool. I thought I'd do a vegetarian week. And it's funny because I did a vegetarian week because I didn't want to start and then I fail and then like people go, oh, you failed. I didn't want to fail. So that's why I did this temporary, like, oh, I'm just going to do like vegetarian for a week to see how I felt, because I didn't want any commitment, which is kind of good because some people, they don't know how they're going to react. So it's better to just give them a safe space for them to see how they're going to go with it.
Yeah, it doesn't set
And
you up for failure.
yeah, exactly. Like you don't want to scare them off. Like some people like me, I'd rather just anyway. And so I was like, okay, cool. And so we did a vegetarian week, and I was kind of disappointed because there was a lot of eggs and dairy. And I thought, oh, I was kind of hoping for more fruits and vegetables meals. And anyway, I did that for a week, and then I went on to my normal life. But then I happened to find a few things online, which was dairy is scary, and I kind of started searching then on YouTube because I had this idea, and then I wanted to research more. Um, and then yeah, I became like interested in learning more about it, and then my friend sold me some skincare, um, and it happened to be vegan. Like it was really good skincare. Like I always go for expensive skincare. I hate cheap skincare or like cheap makeup. And it actually was really it actually was like really good, like lucky. It just happened to be a vegan brand, and I was like, oh wow, like I'm already wearing vegan skincare and stuff like that. And I was on Tinder, and I was just going on a few dates, and I happened to come across a guy who said that he was vegan, and I thought, and I thought to myself, oh, okay, like this guy's vegan. It'll be cool to meet up with him and just like learn more. And because like I was secretly trying to like get convinced, I guess. And then I went on a date with him. It didn't really work out, but it was interesting. And then he didn't really convince me at all to go vegan. I did say, because I used to be one of those people that said, oh, I am like I love dairy, like not dairy, but I love cheese. Like I was a big cheese lover. And I was like, I don't know if I can give up cheesecake because it used to be like my favorite cake. And he said, you can get vegan cheesecake. And like, I think from that, I was like, oh, I could do this. I could do that. It's funny, but I haven't even had cheesecake for ages.
That's funny because I just posted a cheesecake picture on my Instagram tonight.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, like it's funny that like I used to be a big cheese lover, but then a year after being vegan, and I used to have like some mock cheeses, but mostly like nutritional yeast. I used to put cheese like try to make a cheesy flavor in nearly everything. And now I don't really care for a cheesy taste anymore. I don't crave it. So it's really bizarre. Some people aren't like that, but yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, continue my like, yeah. So when he said that, I was thinking, wow, that could happen. And so then I asked him after the date, I said, oh, what's your, like I said, what's some like, documentaries or something? Because I'm not very good at reading, like, I don't really like reading all that much. And so I love like videos and things like that. I'm a very like visual person. Like I'll remember more if like I see things
Yeah,
and
I
I
can
pay,
relate to that.
yeah, it's more about paying attention. And he was like, okay, he said earthlings, forks over knives, because all the other health ones weren't out yet, because this was 4 years ago. So forks over knives, earthlings, and Cowspiracy. And so I basically, I don't know if I was working at the time. I think I was in between jobs, as I always am. So like I have what was it, 3 days. So I think I spent like 2 days just like watching them back to back, and I love and I really liked it, and that convinced me to go vegan for many different reasons. Although now that I've learned it's only animals, like you're only doing it for the animals, but it's like you've got this other benefits such as the environment and like the fact that it's a lot healthier than a lot of other diets. So yeah, I went vegan. Oh no, okay, so it was November, and then in so I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll transition, because that's how I just felt like that I had to do it. I already had meat at home, and I still feel like this now. Like, it would be a waste if I was to throw it out, although you can just give it away. But I just thought, oh, well, like I'll just buy vegan food only and eat like whatever I have like still at home. So whatever I've still bought, I'll eat. I made sure that I ate everything and that everything was fully transitioned to vegan by the New Year's. And I thought, okay, I'll make it a New Year's resolution that I'll go vegan. And so, yeah, like a lot of people don't follow their New Year's resolutions, but I did. It's been 4 years. And then what was it? And then I became, yeah, and then I became vegan in January. I'll also tell you that in December, I had Christmas and I was still eating some animal products, and I didn't really think it was fair to my family to ask them for a vegan meal when I hadn't fully committed. So I think that's the difference between when you ask for people to provide a meal for you. It's only when you've got like a commitment, like whether it's an allergy or you've committed to something, then that's when it's like, it's okay for you to ask for a specific meal made for you. And so I thought, okay, and my family, oh my God, I didn't realize how much meat and dairy and eggs they consumed until was that day. And even now, like even more so afterwards. But I just ate so much meat and dairy and eggs, and they're like, oh, I thought you were vegan. And I was like, yeah, like I haven't fully committed yet, so I didn't really want to ask for a vegan meal. And they're like, oh, okay. And I was like, but next year I'll be vegan, so, I won't be eating any of this stuff. And that night, like, I think it was like 3 hours later, I was really sick. So I think actually, not that I want to try it out, but I am curious to see, like, I think that if I did actually eat meat, whether it be human or animal meat, where either one, I think I'll be really sick. I think my gut
Yeah,
would not like that.
probably. And I see
Yeah.
somebody in the comments, Mike said that you became an animal activist.
Yeah, I did. So after January, yeah, so like that Christmas, I got really fucking sick. Sorry, I got really sick. And then, yeah, January, New Year's, started veganism. And then I think it was not long after, because I'd met some people online who were vegan. I met them like in real life. And because that's how I feel like you should, um, like you should be, when you become vegan, you should gain a good support network of people. That's why I love the community. But we, what was it? I think that like I met this guy called Tristan Kemp, and he like used to do some activism, and I said to him, oh, I'd like to do some activism because I've always kind of loved the idea, like even when I was a kid, I've always loved the idea of being an activist. Like I think anything that's against the norm I've always been attracted to be honest. I've never been like a normal person, like ever. And
Slightly
then
crazy.
yeah, exactly. That's why, yeah. Yeah, I just love being different because I've always like it's not so much that I love being different, but I'm so different. But yeah, I asked him, I said, oh, like, can like what like are you doing this activist thing? And he said, yeah, I'm going to Cuba Truth. So I said, okay. So then I went to Cuba Truth, and then I really liked it, and I went like every week, like every Saturday for like months, and I kind of got over that. But then I went along to like I think one vigil, but I didn't really like it. It didn't really do anything for me, to be honest. Maybe it's because we only saw chickens. Maybe it might be different if I saw pigs, but I guess like yeah, like I think that factory farm footage does it for me, where I'll be like, oh, like it makes me like motivated, but seeing them in the trucks and stuff, um, not so much. But maybe it's because it's nighttime, couldn't really see how it was, but
And so
yeah.
this inspired you to like a YouTube channel promoting veganism?
Yeah, well, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Like I've always before that. So I kind of just went, yeah, I want to do like a vegan channel. And I started watching like vegan gains and a few other people, but mainly vegan gains. And then he was like, yeah, like there's so many people out there, like you can just start off from scratch, like you can start off from nothing, and you can build a pretty good like following and stuff. And yeah, that was one of the inspiring things to start a YouTube channel. And then I brought out 4 vegan videos, and then me and my friend had this idea because I was already a nudist like a year before I started veganism. So like yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, you just got naked for attention. I'm like, no, I was already a nudist before I even became vegan, which was ages before I started my YouTube channel. And my friend and I just had this idea about like doing the whole what's it called when you have
An object in front of.
yeah, like what's that movie, Austin Powers type of thing. So then I went on and yeah, I just started doing that, and that was really easy, and I got a few more views. So I just continued doing that because I had like other things that I was working on. I didn't take YouTube all that seriously. Uh, and then it wasn't until I broke up with my boyfriend and I moved back down to Sydney, I made a video about him, like about he was really abusive, and so I made a video about how to deal with like abusive people, is just like to stay away from them. And I'm not sure if like I'm not sure if this is what made my videos go viral, but not long afterwards my first video went viral, and that's when I gained all these like subscribers because one of them went viral, and it's up to 8 million now.
Nice. And
Yeah.
that was like one of your first videos?
That was my first nude video. My
I guess I got to get into nudists. I want some
yeah,
more views.
problems that come with that. So I have to age restrict it, so you can't monetize it.
Yep.
Yeah. But I don't mind because I put my I have a Patreon, and I put like the behind the scenes, and I put like other nudist stuff. Like if I go to like the beach, I go to nude beaches and stuff, and I take videos and everything. They're like non-sexual, but they're all like nude and stuff. And I just put them on Patreon. And then yeah, and then guys go on and pay for that, so then I get money from that.
And I saw one of your recent videos. It was like Halloween themed, and you did like a Red Riding Hood kind of.
That was one. Yeah, I've done so many. Oh, and Insight, my Halloween, because my last Halloween video will be coming out Saturday, so on Halloween, and it's going to be a cannibal video.
Awesome. I have a
Yeah,
video coming out too. Another Halloween one.
Oh,
More like kind
cool.
of like Blair Witchy kind of thing.
Oh, what do you do?
Well, I can't say until I put it out because I did a kind of a collab with someone.
Oh, okay, but like what kind of like is it like a little small short film like mine or is it
Um, well, I'm kind of doing behind the scenes. My friend's doing the actual, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so mine is gonna be mostly yeah, so jump across to my Slightly Crazy Vegan channel now and it's gonna like it's definitely has this in it. And then when yeah, like basically I eat meat. Sorry, I'm eating people, but I'm talking like a meat eater. So I'm saying like, oh, all these like I say carnists because we're eating humans. So I say all these carnists, they eat animals. Or at least my food, at least my human doesn't come from a factory farm. 80%. And then I also because I'm what I'm trying to do is contrary, I'm trying to get more veganism out of like because I've actually started a second channel which I haven't got a video out yet. It's called Emily Walsh and it's going to be just vegan and feminist videos. But my first my first channel, I'm going to do more nude stuff because that's kind of what they want, because that's the videos that get the most amount of reach. But I've decided that because I'm doing that, I'm going in my cooking show videos, I want to put more outreach into my videos. I don't want to put so much that people go, oh, I didn't come on here to have a lecture, but just like little bits of like information. So one of my like my Little Red Riding Hood video you might have seen where I talk about the cows and stuff, like why I don't use dairy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so like I've had a lot of people, especially with like my pizza video, like where I've had made homemade pizza, and they say, "Oh, I made a homemade pizza like yours, but I use normal cheese because I'm not vegan." And it's like it just goes into show, like yeah, like um you can sell
Like the vegan
um
product, but you got to tell them why.
yeah, like you got to tell them why, otherwise why would they buy a vegan like cheese instead? Like I mean some people might like, oh, you don't want to try it out, but why would they buy that instead of like the normal cheese or whatever? So yeah, like I'm starting to put reasons into that, but only very short.
Yeah.
So it's like it's short enough to just plant a little seed, but not for them to switch off, and they'll still watch it. Like in the my last video, I sell the whole like 80% of animal meats comes from factory farms. So then they could say like, oh, factory farms are really bad, but it's like then you got to explain, but 80%, which is huge amount, actually comes from factory farms. You know, and then I use the hunting like excuses like, oh, we're like which I used in this video, we're depopulating the earth, using the whole animal as well, like that's something that people say. So like I basically say what meat eaters say but exchange it with humans so that they can kind of
How
see.
ridiculous it sounds.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so that was like my part of activism in that video. So hopefully it comes out good. I'm gonna edit it after this live stream and put it up for Saturday morning premiere. Saturday morning, start off with my video.
And you can find her at Slightly Crazy Vegan on YouTube.
Yeah.
Um, I guess shifting over, like, so how is Australia as far as getting vegan products and stuff? What kind of things do you have there? Probably some
Um,
different things than we have.
yeah, like that's just like with any country. I feel like we have pretty like I've heard about other countries that don't have as much options as Australia. But the thing is, it's hard because every month there's a new vegan product out. Like I hadn't had like gooey lollies in a really long time. Like sometimes I'd go
What's that?
to
I'm not sure what that is.
gummy lollies,
Lollies?
gummy lollies.
Lollies.
Was it to you who debated vegan gains on gun control? Yes, I debated vegan gains on gun control. Sorry, someone asked. Um, so
Not sure what a
make
lolly is, but
an interesting video. Yeah, I should probably make
oh,
vegan
lollipops.
actually. Huh?
Lollipops. Is that what you're talking about? Lollipops?
Oh, candy. Candy. I'll show you. Hang on.
Okay. I don't
I
know. I haven't heard of it. Vegan lollies. That's what I
yeah.
would think, but it might not
Oh
be.
yeah. So America you call it candy. In England they call it sweets, and
Okay.
in Australia we call it lollies.
Okay, so candy, vegan candy.
Yeah, vegan candy, gummy candy. So
Upside down.
Dairy licorice.
Okay.
This is all for my I just happen to have these because I have them for my vegan my Halloween party that I'm having. So if anybody lives in Sydney, and I got the raspberry ones as well. Sour Patch Kids and then these are vegan as well. They don't have gelatin.
They made it to the other side of the world.
Yeah. These biscuits are only sold at a special vegan store that we have here. So yeah, and then we've got this one as well, but they're only sold at a special vegan store.
Vegan rubs.
So get it in the supermarket. These ones as well. These ones are individually wrapped, so I thought if we did have, like in Australia, we don't really do trick-or-treating, but there is some kids that like go around anyway. So I got some stuff for the trick-or-treaters. These ones as well. These ones are for us, like from the vegan store. And this one as well.
Bobbles? They're like a gummy? Like a gummy?
Yeah, gummy candy. I'll say candy so I don't confuse you guys.
Lollies. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Lollies.
start saying that. People confuse everybody up here.
Yeah, you're like, you mean lollipops? I'm like, oh god. That's right, I forgot. Like, one of my Australian friends said that when they went to America, every time they say lollies, they're like, what? Lollipops?
Lollies? Lollies?
What? Yeah, we also have these awesome things. These are so awesome.
Let's see what you got. Harvest snaps. Oh yeah, we have those.
Oh my god, they are the best ever. Yeah.
I think they sell those at Target.
We have Oreos as well. Everybody has Oreos, I think.
Yeah, well, so how are things out down there? I know we're in a pandemic and everything. Are you guys on lockdown or are you
No, we're good. I
good?
think Melbourne's a little different story because
Where are you in Australia again?
Sydney.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sydney is New South Wales, but so like I can leave my house. Not many people are wearing masks and stuff. Like it's not too strict. And then but I can't legally leave New South Wales.
So you're kind of confined to that area right now.
Yeah, like
But you can go like shopping and everything for food and all that.
anything. Yeah, but we're not really holding many events though. So it's like you can go to places, but
Are restaurants open?
Yeah, everything's open, but it's just that we're not having like big planned events or anything. There's not many. Like in fact, even with the Halloween party, people are like, "Oh, COVID, watch out," and I'm like, "Yeah, we'll be fine." I think that like if people are going down to the pub, if people can go to pubs and clubs, I'm pretty sure that
Pubs and
a small
clubs.
amount can get together, huh?
Pubs and clubs.
Yeah, exactly. And the gym, and I'm like, you know what? The gym's open, and I've heard that is like one of the worst places to be able to catch it. So for me, it's like, I don't think that having a Halloween party is as much of a risk.
So you're having a Halloween party?
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for my Halloween party. It's gonna be epic. I bought all this stuff. Cause like I bought all this stuff and I've used it in my films. but I'm going to, like, I've still got some things that I didn't actually use. But I'm going, oh yeah, I should have used that candle. Oh, never
Well, you
mind.
got a whole plate of stuff you can use for the party now, right in front of you.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna walk around. I might put this on like a nice platter. Oh no, I could probably just hold it here.
And you can put some like vegan meats around it and stuff, plant meats, where they can pick up food, finger foods.
Maybe I could put like you know what? I made blood with glucose, so it's all it is glucose syrup and
Food
red
color.
dye, and yeah, I'll probably just put that around there, and then people can. But it's just hard because like you got to have social, like, you know, I'm gonna have tongs and stuff so that people aren't using their fingers as much as possible.
Yeah.
But you can walk around saying, hey, would you like some humane meat, like some humane human meat?
Humane
I'm gonna
slaughter.
offer it to people.
They weren't. They just died. They weren't slaughtered. The humans died.
Yeah. Hey, what's that weird famous white building in Sydney?
The opera house.
I don't know.
Whenever somebody says Australia, you see that building right there, and then you see like the most deadly creatures in the world on every area of Australia.
Oh yeah, I know, it's funny because everybody's like, oh, you know, there's so many dangerous like things here. Like we've got crocodiles, but we don't really have crocodiles in New South Wales. It's more like up close to Queensland.
You've got like snakes and spiders and things in the sand and jellyfish and
Oh yeah, so jellyfish are usually fine. They just sting you. They're not like, they don't really kill you.
unless you get like a man of war or something.
Huh?
Irukandji, man of war, those ones will. Those are all down there in your area. They will kill you.
What, man of war?
Yeah, it's the most deadly creature on the. It's like it's a jellyfish. It's like a little tiny one.
Oh,
So there's
yeah.
probably normal ones that just kind of irritate you, and then there's the ones that you're like, and then you're on your platter over there.
uh, yeah, you're like, oh, I'm gonna eat jellyfish, and then you end up to be the one that gets eaten. Yeah, but that's, I don't know, like it's not on the main beaches, not here in New South Wales. I think if there is, like, they talk a lot about blue bottles, and if there is a like blue bottles, then they put up warning signs, and they ask not to go in the water. Great whites, we've got bull sharks as well, but we know where the bull sharks are. So like, I remember I used to live in I used to live in Queensland. I used to live in Surfers Paradise, and the canals, they always are like, they never had anyone swimming in it. Like every now and again I'd see people swimming in it and be like, but yeah, like, because they're just full of bull sharks. But see, the thing is that you just stay out of the fucking canals, you know? Like, you would swim in the beach, but not the canals. I don't know. And
Mike says they're on the northern part of Australia.
yeah.
The jellyfish.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
every area has something.
So like, the thing is that like, yeah, it's just hard because New South Wales is a bit like tame, but we have snakes here. But see, snakes don't really hang around here because, like, in my house, like, there wouldn't be snakes that would come to my house because they would get run over or they would get like killed or whatever. And there's not many like food, but they would hang around other places. But the only thing is that if you're walking, they can feel the vibrations and they kind of like scatter off.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're kind of like, they're scared of you. They're not like the same as like something that'll be like, oh, that looks yummy, I'm gonna go and eat it. Like, it's more like, oh, I'm gonna run away. And spiders, here's the thing with spiders, is that you learn in Australia where to put your fingers and where to not put your fingers. So yeah, like, you just learn. Like, most of the time, spiders are like snakes. They don't want to bite you. Like, they're not like, yummy human.
It's just like an accident, like you put your feet in a pair of shoes or...
Yeah, so most of the time, like in my house, you wouldn't really get like spiders in my shoes. You learn to differentiate between the good spiders and the bad spiders. So the big rule of thumb is that if it's black, it could be poisonous. But if it's not black, if it's brown, it's probably not poisonous, but it might bite you. And then if it's any other color, then it's fine. It's usually harmless. So it's mainly the black spiders I have to worry about. Sexy spider fingers. More like swollen fingers.
Yeah, just like a quick Google search says the Irukandji, that I mentioned, the bull sharks that you mentioned, some snakes, and the funnel web spider.
Yeah, a funnel web spider is outside, so they would never be inside because funnel webs dig in the dirt and then they hide underneath the dirt. And as long as you're not walking around the bush with bare feet, you should be fine, because most people wear, like when they go out to the bush and stuff, they wear like enclosed shoes. Yeah, so it should be fine. Well, you got to worry about redback spiders here. But see, the thing is that with redback spiders is that you can see they're like a little black spider, and they're like their ass, their butt is like really red. So you can tell because it's like red on black, and you can really tell, and you know, oh, they're dangerous. But there's an antidote though. So if you do get bitten by a redback, you just go to the hospital, which like for me is like 15 minutes up the road, and then you just get like an injection, and then you're fine. So you don't die. It just hurts.
Now, have you ever met Crocodile Dundee?
No.
No? Okay.
But also, I just want to say that if you ever come to Australia, you know how we've got, okay, so our bins, like they look a certain way, and you can, some people, they put their hands underneath, like they've got handles, but then they've got a little part you can put your hands underneath.
Okay.
Right? Never, ever, ever put your hands underneath.
No.
Like I always put them on the handles. Never, like, because that's where all the spiders, they like to hang out.
And bite you and kill you, and now you're
Well, they don't like
dead,
to bite
Fred.
you. They look like they think you're trying to attack them.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you just, and also like you know, it's funny in Australia. I'm not sure if it's any other country. Like, I mean, I'm sure that there's other countries, but I don't know how many. But like, so many times I've gone for a run at night, and you know how when they've got like the main strip, like the council strip, and they've got like a big tree on it, and then on someone's yard they have a big tree.
Okay.
And so through trees sometimes.
Like a road and trees on the side?
Not road, like if you're on the footpath.
Okay.
And there's a tree.
A trail.
A footpath, and then another tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes almost like a tunnel kind of thing?
Yeah. So when you're running through that, sometimes they could be like ages apart, but sometimes a spider web.
Yeah.
And then you like you run straight into it.
People think you're crazy because they can't see it, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, seriously, you stand there and you go, like you're like smacking your face and smacking your body, and you're like, oh, and you're looking around, you're all freaked out. And yeah, like I've had people look at me like, what the hell? And then as soon as you realize there's no spider there and all the web's gone, you just like carry on.
Eat a lolly, and then you're just like out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just going to go to the toilet, but you can respond to some people.
Yeah. Do we have any questions before we get going? We have a few more minutes. She's going to the toilet, and we learned about lollies. Lollies? Does anyone have any questions that they want me to ask her, or that you guys want to ask her? We talked about vegan. We talked about YouTube. We talked about deadly creatures in Australia. Eat a lolly. I'm full right now. I had a smoothie before I logged on here. Eat a lolly. Oh, what does she eat in a day? Okay, yeah, we could ask that. It sounds like there's some more animals over there too. She messaged me on Instagram and wanted to do a collab of sorts, so we figured why not do a live stream. Ralph, that would be my last question, which I usually ask. Yeah, we'd probably have to do the conversion for that. The money conversion over there. Yeah, it sounds kind of like a bird. You have a bird there too? Do you have a bird in the background?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't own birds, but that's just like nature.
Oh, okay. Hot day
Yeah,
out
there's
there.
a lot of birds. Oh, that's the uh cockatoos. They're really fucking loud.
Oh,
Sorry, they're
wait.
really loud.
Yeah, I think. um. Okay, so to wrap it up here, somebody wants to know, like, in general, what would you like? What would you say? What do you normally eat in a day?
Okay, so I'm actually on this meal plan, because I'm trying to lose some weight. So I have usually a smoothie or a porridge in the morning. And then I have like,
Like the Three Bears.
yeah. Um, and then I just got a new blender, so I'm like, yeah, I love smoothie bowls so much.
Yeah, same here.
If I was on this meal plan, I'd be having smoothie bowls all the time. And then for lunch today, I like for this week, I have a tofu scramble, and but other days I could have like quinoa salad, or I would have like soup or something. And then for dinner, today I have like this week I have a stew with bread, and I have usually like a fruit salad for a snack, or I could have like avocado on toast as a snack. Um, and I've
It
been
does.
eating a lot of lollies, so I have been like drifting off my meal plan, which is really bad. But I have been eating a lot. I've been eating those. Oh, I didn't even show you because I ate them all. That's how bad I am. I had that's what I was gonna say before, is that I always um like there's always something new coming out. So in Australia, they only just like they never had gummy candy, I want to say, or lollies if you're Australian, or sweets if you're UK. They never really had gummy them unless you went to a special vegan store, and they would like it would be a little bit more expensive, obviously from a smaller store. But they only just come out in Coles and Woolworths, which is the Natural. Like I'm not sure if like you have that brand over there, but they have a vegan version. And ever since that came out, I've been buying like a ton. But like I didn't have lollies before that because we didn't have them. So it's funny how like, the more option, like if you go visit a country like this year or something, somehow, but just say you visit a country somehow this year, um, and then someone asks you 2 years later what it's going to be like if they're going to go overseas to that country, and they say, what is it like for vegan options? Your answer could be completely different, because 2 years ago,
Right.
like 2 years ago for me, we didn't have like all this stuff like available in like our local supermarkets and stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's ever changing for the better too.
Yeah, exactly. So most of the time I eat like that's what I eat in a day. But only because I have a meal plan. And before that, I used to eat. I could never make what I eat in a day video, because I never ate the same thing, and I always ate like really randomly, which is why I got a little bit unhealthy. And then I have to be on this meal plan, because you know what? I find that like even though like some people might think like, oh, it's a bit extreme, there's like a routine involved, and I really like it. There's something really funny about like really comforting about having to like everything, like your whole meal set up, and you don't have to think about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, my what I eat in a day isn't too far away from what you're eating now. Smoothies, tofu scrambles, stews, stuff like that. So I ask everybody, I don't know if you're into horror or not, but obviously my channel is horror themed and we're around Halloween and I see what you're
Yeah.
doing. So do you have a favorite horror movie?
So when I was a kid, my favorite horror movie was Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
I love that so much. And then actually, it's funny that you should ask because I used to hate scary movies, like actual scary movies. I don't think Hocus Pocus was scary, but it was like, Halloween based. But um, I I used to hate scary movies, and I remember watching like Doom, and I hated it. Like I actually walked out on it like 10 minutes in, and then or like 15 minutes in or something, and then one time my friends wanted to see A Nightmare on Elm Street, and I was like, I hate scary movies. I get scared so easily. And they said, oh, okay. Like they didn't force me to go, which was really good. Because I have had like exes force me to go to things and I didn't like it. But they kind of convinced me and I went, oh, okay, like I understand you really want to see it, and the other movies on that, like they weren't really that exciting. So I was like, okay, we'll watch it, and it was fine because they didn't make me go, and it was my decision. So we went and saw it, and I don't know, it's like going from bland food to spicy food because I was just like, oh man, that was so good. And ever since then, I've loved scary movies, and I like a good storyline. I hate movies where it's just scary for no reason. It
Right.
doesn't make any sense. I
Yeah.
hate, like, what's it called? Hill something. I don't know.
The Hills
Do
Have
people
Eyes?
there view kangaroos the way we
That's what I was
the
going to ask you.
Someone said, do people view like they see kangaroos the same way as US see deer? Do you see deer as like pests and stuff?
No, no. So what he's saying is like vegan meat over here. Like they would make a mock meat of a meat that people have here, like whether it's bacon or ham, whatever. Does Australia have vegan versions of kangaroo meat? Do people eat that?
Well, okay, so people love kangaroos, but farmers see them as pests because they eat like their crop.
So people
So
hunt them?
they do get culled. So the government has like a thing, and they say, oh, it's too overpopulated, so you can like kill so many of them, which is really horrible because we're taking up all their land and then saying, oh, they're overpopulated. Or is it us that's overpopulated and they're just now confined to a smaller space? That's how I see it. Um, but we did kind of get rid of the dingo, which used to cull kangaroos down naturally. So there's that argument, but I don't really know too much about it. But yeah, we do sell kangaroo meat here, but it's so rare that we don't have a mock meat here because it's just so rare. Like you wouldn't really be like, oh, I'm having kangaroo tonight. Like it would just be a really like once off type of thing.
Kangaroos are the most native killed animal on Earth.
Are they?
That's what Mike says. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with koalas, you know how we're experiencing like a decline and they're almost extinct.
Oh yeah, I see that like a lot of forest fires and they die there.
Well, the
They're
thing is that only a few die in the forest fires, but ever since the big fires, because they were so big, it actually killed a lot of them. But the thing is that before these bushfires, okay, like these huge, like before the huge bushfire, we were actually struggling because one, deforestation. They only survive off gum trees. So because we were cutting down the gum trees, then due to reasons, then they had less like food to eat. And then also the drought. So because of climate change and the drought, they get most of their like water from gum trees anyway, but there was less water. So there's a few contributing factors. But if you go back way back when we first settled here in Australia, they actually used koalas. They actually killed a lot of them for fur. And then the government realized, oh, we're gonna run out of koalas if we keep killing them for fur.
Yeah.
So then they put on a ban. So now you're not allowed to kill a koala. Like you will get I don't know if you go to jail, but you will get punished in some way if you kill a koala, like intentionally. So they're protected now. But yeah, it just goes to show like it's like this has just been a long time coming, because first we just callously killed koalas for their fur, then we stopped that because we realized that was bad, and then we started killing and then climate change, and then all these forest fires and stuff, and deforestation and shit. So I don't know, it's just like I think that by the time we learn, or like by the time the government acts on it, it's going to be too late, like for a lot of animals. I think that only 10% of animals are actually wild. The rest are like pets and food.
Yeah, bringing them into the world for that is just horrible.
Yeah,
Hopefully we can change that.
Yeah, well, there's they talk about wildlife, and that's only 10% of not that that's not important, but it's only 10% of our animals. So the rest of them are yeah, terrible. Koala are ugly, but we should leave them alone. Really?
I don't think they're ugly.
I love koalas. I love koalas. They're amazing. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street was my first film that made me like that. I like the Skeleton Key because that was a bit scary, but it was mostly mystery, and I love a good mystery. I love movies where, you know what I do? If I watch a trailer, and I do this to most movies, but I especially do this to mystery/scary movies, is that once I've decided, yeah, actually I want to watch this movie, once I feel like it's a good movie, I will stop watching the trailer. I won't finish it.
Same here.
Yeah.
I want to see the movie. I don't want to give anything away.
Oh my God, they give so much away, and I'm like, oh, well, I already kind of seen a lot of it. And that's why I like teasers.
You know, Nightmare on Elm Street was the first movie I was allowed to watch when my mom actually said, okay, you can watch it. Other ones I would kind of sneak watching. But
oh, really?
We are almost out of time, so I want to ask you one last question. Okay. So what would be your biggest piece of advice to somebody that wants to go vegan and asked you for advice? To the people out there that are looking to go vegan.
I want to make a video on this. So yeah, my biggest thing is that the reason why people leave veganism is social pressure. So I think my biggest advice is to join the vegan community. First online, because it's easier at the moment online because of COVID, but otherwise go towards some vegan events in your local area. So whether it be vegan markets or a vegan screening or anything like that, I suggest doing that and making friends. So, and I mean not just friends online, but in real life. So I made friends with people online, and I asked, hey, who wants to meet up with me to go out for some vegan food, go to a vegan restaurant, whatever. And then that way you can ask all your questions and stuff to them. But it's not just that, but they will then invite you. The idea is that you get a couple of good vegan friends, and they know when all the activism stuff is. They know where the vegan restaurants are. They know where things are, and you can just or they know the best documentaries or YouTube videos to watch or whatever. They can help you out with all of that. And it's not just that, but when you turn vegan and you go out with your non-vegan friends, it can seem like you're the odd wheel. So when you go out, maybe when this whole COVID thing is over and they start having events again where you can have where you can like go out to dinner with a whole bunch of vegan people, it seems like you've got that sense of belonging again, because that's what you're kind of missing out on sometimes when you become vegan. You feel it more. But yeah, you want a sense of belonging to something, and you want that social interaction where you don't have, where everybody's eating something different to you. Um, and yeah, so like that's what I would suggest, because you get all of that with like making vegan friends in real life. You get all that support, and you get that social belongingness.
Yeah, I agree. That's good. So, and people can find you on Slightly Crazy Vegan on YouTube, Instagram, and all the social media.
Yeah, although I spelled it wrong, so at the moment it's Slighty Crazy Vegan.
Where did you spell it wrong? Oh, on your actual YouTube
Yeah,
channel?
it's no, it's on my Instagram. It's not slightly, it's Slighty.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't tell.
All right. Well, they can find you through your YouTube. I'll link your YouTube below if anybody wants to go check out her videos. The link will be below after this video is up. And thank you for coming on. I appreciate
No
it.
worries.
And we'll see you guys later. Stay safe. Watch out for zombies. And have a good night.
Would you like some meat, anyone?
Ooh. Ah.